Welcome back to this video, grade 12s. In this video, we are going to take a look at question 5 of this question paper. It tells us in the diagram below, we've got g of x. So we can immediately see that this is the equation of a cubic function because it's got a x to the power of 3. Then A and C are the turning points. We also know turning points can be called stationary points. A and D are x-intercepts, and we can see that on the diagram. And then B is the y-intercept. So if we ever have to calculate the coordinate of B, we can make x equal to 0, or it is a constant number in the equation. So let's take a look at the first question. It asks us to calculate the coordinates of B and C. So for the first one, B is very easy. We can just read that off of the equation, and I would just maybe write there that I can see that this is the y-intercept. For C, a stationary point, we need to get the first derivative of the equation, and then we need to go and equate that first derivative to 0. So if we want to get the first derivative, we are going to multiply the exponent with the coefficient and then subtract 1 from the exponents. And then we are again going to multiply the exponent with the coefficient and then subtract 1 from the exponents. So this leaves us with the first derivatives equation. Then we have to equate that to 0. And now we need to solve for x. So I'm going to keep x on the right-hand side. I'm going to bring the constant number over. I'm going to divide the 3 away. And then to get rid of the square, I'm going to do the square root on the other side. And that is going to give me two answers for x, plus or minus. Now, if we look at the diagram, A is definitely the -1, and C would be the +1 for x. The last step to get the coordinate is now to sub this x value into the original equation. Not into the first derivative, but into the original equation of this cubic function. So we've now substituted, and then we can get the y value of this coordinate. So that would be -3 minus 2. You can do this once on the calculator as well. And then just remember that they want the full coordinate, so we have to go and write it out. The next part in this equation now asks us to find the x-coordinate of the point or points where this equation is a tangent to the graph. So the first thing that I would do is get the equation into standard form. So I will take the 18x over, and then I will divide the 2 away. So if I divide 2 there, it gives me 9x, and then I would write this as a half k, because there's technically a 1 in front of the k. So then we also know that the gradient of the tangent is calculated by using the first derivative. Now we already have the first derivative from the previous question. And now we already have the answer for the gradient. So we are going to sub that into the left-hand side of this equation. And now again, we can go and solve for x. So I would first leave the 3x squared. I would add the 3 to the other side, divide the 3 away, and x squared equals 4. And then to get x alone, I would do the square root of 4. And that would leave me with plus or minus 2. So let's just read the question again. Find the x coordinates. Did we do that? Yes, we did.